Good morning, everyone. I did something that I thought was smart, and I started eating my cereal already. I thought it made a lot of sense to just start the cereal now. So, that's what I did. And I think it makes a lot of sense. Oh, hi. You haven't seen. We're in Void 2. The Void Museum. Look at that. Beautiful window. You like the yes. I also like the pillars. They keep the roof higher, which is good for when you are tall. That's my thought. Also, and this will be fun, for like, how long? A year? For a year we've had like, you know, like a shadow in the house. And, you know, I was like, well, there's no room, you know, to move the green screen. It just won't work. We can't move it. And then this morning I was like, I could probably move it back like 2 inches. Like there's at least that much room. So I did, and I fixed everything, and I was like, because I knew that moving it would fix it, but I was like, there's no room. There's no room back there. And then I finally was like, well, I guess there is like 2 inches. That's all you needed. Hi, Rip.
Coffee!
Sit this on that. No, just take my cup.
But your cup hot.
It's not that hot.
Oh.
And then take this.
What you got?
Oatmeal.
You got the oatmeal?
How am I supposed to get over there?
What do you mean?
How am I supposed to get over there? There's a cord here. There's a green screen back there.
How did you do it on Tuesday?
I climbed up over the top and now you're there.
Well,
Move that.
da.
It's very cramped quarters. Can you fit through there? There you go. Uh-huh. Yep, there you go. Okay. Welcome to autumn.
Is it autumn?
Yes, it's autumn. The theme this morning is seasons.
Mm-hmm.
We're allowing folks to change the seasons today. And I thought that would be fun. Or Chaz thought that would be fun. Someone thought it would be fun. Where were we? 500 bits from the Slick Duke who says, to every season, turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, turn. Also fall. It's fall. I really like Honey Nut Cheerios.
There's so much this morning.
MCL Blue says, is there going to be a different theme every day? So far, there has been. We'll see how long we can keep this up. But the answer is, up to this point, yes. Up to this point.
Da.
Oh, now there's a shadow.
It is lessened. But yes, you are the cause. The shadow resides within you.
Yep.
If I just move like over here a little bit, I'll fix it.
Yeah.
That's fine. The way to fix this is to get the screen further back. But, you know, this room is like this big. So, you know, there's only so much you can do. 500 bits from Squid who says, walking around in Winter Wonderland.
Let's.
Can the sleigh bells ring? Let's. Rudolph on the roof. Let's. We're walking around Singing this sound, walking in a winter wonderland. Listen, if you don't like it, you can read alerts.
I could, yes. We have 44 months from Science Nerd. 21 months from Aunt Dawn. 13 months from Cabby Mama. 100 bits from Andrew H0620. Thank you. 18 months from GA Studios. 300 bits from Radio Dread. Just me clowning around again.
Just me clowning around.
Now I'm stopping reading alerts.
La, dee.
What was it you said on Tuesday that was wild?
I don't remember.
Something about... I don't know. It was wild. I don't remember what you said, but I was like, oh my god. You said that to me. Oh no. Yeah, the seasons move fast.
500 bits from Incarnado. Wheel of Seasons, turn, turn, turn. What will it land on? Spring, summer, fall, or winter?
That's a fun way to let it be randomized. Is it?
Yes.
Where is this? Is this Mykonos? Or is it just...
Coffee.
It kind of looks like Greece, but it's probably
No, it
like...
doesn't.
Probably. No, it doesn't, you fool.
Take the fastest Zeppelin to go buy Tiny Eddie's Red Cheetah Delights.
Oh, that's, those are just
Flamin' Hot Cheetos.
Flamin' Hot Cheetos. Tiny Eddie invented Flamin' Hot Cheetos.
That was 1,000 bits from Silver Fist. I'm currently trying to smack a crocodile mummy with a sand tornado wielding a balanced sword, but it fizzled and now the mummy smacked me with a beetle from the frozen depths.
Is that Banjo-Kazooie? What game is that?
But make sure you eat flaming Cheetos while you do so.
There's this Elden Ring. All games are either Elden Ring or Banjo-Kazooie. That's a fun video game fact that a lot of people don't know.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
There's only been 2 video games ever made.
Wizard 101.
So Elden Ring. Or Banjo-Kazooie. You know, we don't really ride in our Zeppelins enough. I think that's the problem with society. We could solve so many problems if everyone would just hop in their Zeppelin.
A lot of older buildings, skyscrapers, have like Zeppelin docking spaces.
And how often do we use them?
Never.
I hate that.
We have
Where have all the Zeppelins gone?
18 months from Futaba, 28 months from Shinoth, 6 months from Elstrike X, 300 bits from James. Could use some good vibes. Got an important phone call later today in regards to a potential job. Thanks.
Good
Good
vibes.
vibes. Hope it goes well.
Or, put another way, as I finish my cereal. Good vibes. Oh, this is definitely going to have some element of... Yep, there are some green stripes on that. It's fine. Kind of neat. Good vibes! Good vibes! I am easily amused! Hope the phone call goes good. I like cereal. That's the statement. 45 months from Phelps Out. 39 months from Spin the Trap. 300 bits from Colin who says, Summer Clown. 200 bits from Cabby Mama. 27 months from Shadowlance. 18 months from whatever the heck this is. 300 bits of Silverfist that says, just Wizard 101 things. I've played... Let me look up a picture of this. Because I've played a bunch of, like... games. I've played a bunch of games. And this one sounds for... Oh, no, this is not. Oh, this is not what I had in my head. I'm thinking of a different game completely. Okay. The screenshots of this look like better Quest 64. That's what it reminds me of. Like, if Quest 64 was actually, like, good. I was thinking of, like a 2D game. I don't remember whether there was... Wizard was in the title. And now I don't remember what it was.
Shoot from Banana Ferry Island to Forsyth, and the only thing in your sack is a taxi.
Oh. That's bits from Colin who says, "Hey Rad, what is your favorite game for the summer, fall, winter, or spring?" What is the name of this game where you shoot from Banana Ferry Island to Forsyth and you carry a taxi in your bag? What? It incorporates elements of the Mother series and Donkey Kong. And a taxi. Says taxi sack. Ooh, taxi saxy. What about... Hold on. Crazy, because it's got a taxi in it. Crazy... I'm just taking elements of the games. I'm like, Crazy Donkey Mother! That doesn't work as well as I had hoped in my head. I'm gonna stick with Taxi Saxy. Crazy Donkey Mother is one that you'll definitely keep in the back of your head for a while, though. For better or worse. 30 bits from Gamer Girl Life says, "Morning, Stephen Mountcappy. Of course, can I get some good vibes for my friends? She's having mice problems and her landlord isn't very helpful." Oof. I do not like that. Yeah, good vibes.
Mm-hmm.
Hope she can get that squared away. You know, the landlord actually is supposed to do a thing.
Yeah.
And then sometimes you will find out that they don't do a thing. I know what that's like. 300 bits from Silverfist, who says, "In other words, I want to extend good vibes to the community because I just got a job in a different city and get to move and leave a somewhat unhealthy home situation. And I am simultaneously bubbling with excitement and complete relaxation." Well, that's good. I would have thought that at least part of there would have been like some sort of like anxiousness, you know, like packing or you know, going to a different city. But if you are excited and relaxed, I mean, that's very good then. That's very good. Well, I hope everything goes well then. I hope you're able to move easily and... What's another word? Seamlessly? Seamlessly. Ooh. Seamlessly move. Which is a hard thing to accomplish because it's the moving process, I think, just in general, is not terribly seamless. 7 months from Aqua. 500 bits from Raspberry Kate says, "Good vibes, please, for my friend going through IVF. Hoping this round will stick." Good vibes.
I had a family member go through, like, I don't know, they posted a picture of all the shots and it was a lot. They tried for a long time and they finally had it.
Good vibes. A lot of folks wishing for good vibes for their friends this morning, which is very sweet. Here's to all friends. Friends are extremely important. I hope everyone's friends are doing well today. We always wish well on the people here, but not today. Not today. Just their friends. Just their friends. We got 45 months from Skid Scott, 300 bits from Harlequin Girl says, hi all from the UK, hope you're well. I love this community and the good vibes. Please can I request some? I am solo traveling to Rome tomorrow. I've wanted to go to Italy for so long, but I am now really nervous, hoping the trip goes well. Thanks. Okay. First off, good vibes to you. Second off, that's awesome. That's so exciting. That's super exciting. So, like, there's, you know, I understand nervousness because there's nervousness in just traveling and there's nervousness in traveling alone. But, like, I sincerely hope that the excitement for that trip overwhelms any of the nervousness that you have, because that's, like, that's really neat. Take a lot of photos. I mean, if you're me, take a lot of video, but I think most people stick to photos, and that's fair. Yeah, that's super neat. That is a place we have not been, but I would love to go sometime.
Yeah.
I don't know when, but like sometime. That would be really neat. You could see all sorts of things. I mean, this isn't particularly unique to Italy, because this is just how I feel about traveling in general, but I would love to eat food. Would love to eat food in Italy. That would be really cool. Sitting on a little street corner. God, that'd be fun.
Drink an espresso.
Drink an espresso? Eating a pizza?
A real Italian pizza.
Real Italian pizza. Oh, Renee says I'm ready for Dieter not to be in Italy anymore. So we have like the opposite problems. You're ready for someone to come back from Italy. I'm ready to go. Let's go.
I'm ready for you to go.
Okay, whoa. Hold on now.
I'm coming too.
Oh, that's not really how that...
I know.
Woo. I'm ready for you to leave. Mao's on fire this week. Actually on fire. I mean, between Tuesday and then today, gracious sakes. Speaking of being on fire, tomorrow, I think we can announce this.
I don't know.
I think we can now.
don't.
I'm pretty sure. I feel strongly that I can do it. That I am allowed to do it. Tomorrow we are playing Mario Soccer Time. It's not what it's called, but I can't remember what it's called. But it's Mario. It's the Mario when he got the soccer ball. Or if you live in a place that's not the U.S., football. Mario Strikers Battle League. Yep, I'm definitely going to keep calling that Mario Soccer Time. Mario Soccer Time tomorrow. Come check it out. I hope they let Mal and I play on the same team. I think they will. We'll play some soccer on the same team. We can be teammates.
Yeah.
Then maybe you won't be ready for me to leave. So look forward to that. Or we could watch her kick your butt. It's possible.
It is possible.
I'm sure we'll do a competitive one, but we'll do that like near the end, right? Yeah. Is the game multiplayer? Yeah. Yeah, it's I assume that it's probably 4-player, like local, and possibly more players online. I don't know how many players it supports in total, but yeah. Is it 8-player local? That is neat, although we have 2.
Only 2.
8 players on one Switch. I often forget that the Joy-Cons function as
Single controllers.
controllers. which is such a weird thing. I've talked about it before, but there's someone here that has never heard it, so I'm going to mention it quickly again. There is a Wii game that supports 8-player split screen on one console, and that is insane. We've never played it. I sincerely hope that we get a chance to play it during Extra Life this year, because it's just... I don't remember.
I want to play it. I don't know what it's called.
I don't remember. I'm not sure. I can't remember the name of the game. But there's a game. It's a monster... No, it is a racing game. It's a racing... It's not a monster truck game, but it's some sort of racing game. And it does like a... I think it does like a 3x3 grid. And then I think the middle one, where Alice would be, is just completely black. Something like that. Yeah. And it works probably how you suspect it would work, where you have your Joy-Con and a...
your Wiimote?
Yeah, sorry. What is a Joy-Con but a new Wiimote? A Wiimote and a...
Nunchuck?
Nunchuck. So, like, someone gets a Wiimote, someone gets a Nunchuck. And, like, that's all you need to play a racing game. That's it. Because, like... If you turn the Wii remote, you can steer it that way, and someone sitting next to you has a nunchuck, and they have gas and steer. It is not Rumbo. I just don't remember what the... I don't remember what the stupid game's called. It's fine. It's fine. Where were we? 4 months from Dan the Warrior 101. And 500 bits from Sudabite, who says, so in Canada, we only have 3 seasons. Hockey season, construction season, and... Holy Timbits, my nostrils are frozen shut. Did our Master Wizard think to allow for any of those? Yes, he did. Yes, he did. I see that Chaz is having a little bit of fun this morning. Also, here's to construction season. Because that's something that's certainly not unique to Canada. And there's going to be lots of folks everywhere that's like, yeah, I definitely...
a few months of the year where they can do it.
It's true.
Not here, but in other places.
Yeah, it's true. I hate construction season. Because you're trying to get somewhere and you're like, this will take me 15 minutes. And when you get there, you say, this took me 34. It's fine. It's fine. I don't mind. Yeah, Toby says it's just all year in the southern states. It's you know, the hope is whenever there's
I'm okay.
The hope is whenever they're, doing construction that, like, whatever they're doing will lead to things being better. Filling potholes. Sometimes filling what I would call, like, gaping maws in the ground. Because there's a pothole, and then there's, like...
A sinkhole?
Well, it's not a sinkhole, because a sinkhole is an actual thing. But, yeah, there's sometimes where, especially if you're driving in an unfamiliar place, where there's been times I have just, like, I've seen what looks to be a pothole. Spanish Rep says a road pit. I like that. You're driving, and you see what you think is a pothole, and you're like, oh, pothole. And you get close, and you're like, that's a road pit. And you swerve to get... Because it would, like, destroy your car. And then, you drive away and you just think, I can't wait to get out of Ohio.
I saw a picture of a bridge in Philadelphia the other day, and there was so many different, like, patches. It looked like there was, like, a green patch and an orange patch. It looked like a quilt. Like, it was so... there were so many different colors of concrete.
The roads could be prettier.
Mm-hmm.
We could make roads prettier. I guess there are reasons why it's just... black, because it doesn't reflect light. But what if parts of the road were a little pretty as a treat? Wouldn't mind that. You know how we paint murals on the sides of buildings? Which, by the way, this building could use one. What if we did sections of the road that have murals?
Well, the cars going over it and snow plows and stuff would just destroy it.
Okay, so we take that idea, but we move it, instead of it being flat, we move it up. Maybe to like the side of a building or something.
Yeah, that's a great idea. No one's ever done that.
Thanks. 500 bits from Lost Vagabonds, who says, duck season! And 500 bits from Omega Kayla says, what about open season? Oh, wow. Oh, we did get duck season. I did not think... I didn't think we'd actually get duck season.
The duck is eating your head.
Yeah, it's the placement is really unfortunate. I'm being slowly devoured by the... That's my being devoured voice. In case you were curious about what that sounded.
I wasn't.
You... Open Season. Was Open Season the name of a... Is there a... Is that like a... It's not a Pixar movie, but there's like a... It's a movie, right? There's some sort of movie. I just, I don't recall the specific... Yeah, it's some sort of animated film. DreamWorks. It sure is a movie. It must not be great. I haven't seen it. You know what we're about to finish up?
Dragon Ball.
We're about to finish up Dragon Ball. I think we have like 4 episodes left or something. And after Dragon Ball, there is a movie that had been sent into mail like a long time ago, and it apparently is like the next bit. So we haven't watched a movie in a while, but we might actually be watching that because that's just like the next part of the story. It is, however, not based on Open Season. At least I don't think so. 500 bits from a reload says, Rabbit Season. Also accidentally bought 2,000 more bits than I thought I did. Ope. Ope!
Ope.
Ope. Oh!
He sniff.
La, di,
Hi, buddy. How you doing back there? You doing good? You cute? You're cute? Who cute? Who cute? Oh, you look cute.
You're gonna summon Kepler by doing that.
I mean, that's also fine. I'm not.
Give him a kiss.
It's really hard. Wah! Did I do it? Did I get him?
That was close enough.
I was. Sometimes I miss. Look at this. I don't know how to turn my hand. I'm like, whoa. There we go. Shh. 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 I'm trying to give him scritches. You look like you're failing to pet me. I know it's very odd because I'm looking at a screen this direction. And I have to turn, my brain is like, has to force myself to turn my hand farther, like an extra 90 degrees. It's very bizarre. I'm not used to this at all. Let's see, where were we? 500 bits and Twitchy Toad says, is there a horse season? I can't stop thinking about horses. That eye is too long. That eye is bigger than my eye.
Yes.
Oh, horses are big, though.
Horses
Have
are
you ever
big.
seen a horse?
Yes.
Have you ever ridden a horse?
Yes.
We had this conversation once.
Yes.
They're huge.
Yes.
Like,
especially like a Clydesdale.
Not as big as a moose,
Maybe.
but still very large. I'm not like a horse person, which I think is probably obvious because you can't be a horse person unless like you've spent time around horses, which I clearly haven't. But I have seen a horse in person, which I think
You've never ridden a horse?
most people haven't. I've been on a horse.
Okay.
I've never ridden a horse that I can remember, but I've been physically on a horse.
Just sitting.
Just sitting.
The horse didn't move?
No. The horse was alive. But he was sitting. He was just a stationary horse.
Horses don't sit.
Well, it wasn't sitting, Mallory. It was standing.
di,
but it was sitting in the sense that it was not in motion. It was a motionless horse.
Was it a carousel?
No, it was not a carousel. It was a real live horse. It was breathing. It was alive. I mean, it's not alive now. It's definitely dead now because it was when I was a child. How long do horses live? Like, not 20 years? 20 years. Anyway, it was 40 years? Oh my god, that horse might still be alive. Brittany has a horse? All my friends have horses I don't know about. Chaz is going to tell me he has a horse in a minute?
I mean...
How do these people have horses? I've met a horse that was 35. That's older than me. Her sister, and had. I can't believe horses can live. Chaz says my parents own a barn full of horses, and you know this. Chaz has got horses too.
I know that.
Why does everyone have a horse?
Some other people do too.
I don't have a horse. I mean, I don't want one, but like, what a wild. Thomas says you don't want a horse. I don't want a horse. I do not. I do not want a horse because actually I was having this conversation with Mal the other day. We were having a conversation and because we saw a sign for horse crossing. And I was like, you know what the problem is with horses? They eat like a ton of food because they're giant animals. It's like, imagine like a Rottweiler. A horse is like 5 Rottweilers.
They eat different food though.
Yes. But if you were to tape 5 Rottweilers together, that would be insane.
You'd have a horse.
But you'd have a horse. That's also the alchemy spell to get a horse. So you just need 5 Rottweilers. Anyway, where were we? We had 300 bits from Colin who says, need to test this out, cat season. I think the seasons 500? I think the seasons are 500. So you just have to envision in your mind's eye a cat season. 45 months from Louvetal. We get 500 bits from Mark from Vermont, who says, is it moose season? Chess says also there's only supposed to be 4 seasons. Chaz, the person who had a detour season, rabbit season, duck season, is like, wait. Hold on, I didn't know everyone was going to want to have custom seasons. We can't have custom seasons in this house. Chaz, upon being...
We can stay on this one. This one's nice.
Chaz, upon being tired of searching for seasons, is like, nah, there's 4. There's only 4. Have you ever seen a moose? In real life, not on a picture.
Maybe.
They are bigger than horses. By a lot. A moose is like 8 feet tall. Which is crazy because that's bigger than Shaquille O'Neal. There are animals bigger than Shaquille O'Neal.
Whales.
Animals.
Those are mammals?
But real animals. Like ones
They're
that I can see while driving.
You could maybe.
You can't. If you see a whale while driving, something's gone terribly wrong. Where was I? Anyway, 400 bits from Yami Florence who says, somewhere Luca's horse sense is tingling. Does Reese own a horse? No. Maybe? No.
I don't actually know.
I don't actually know. She wants to. Oh, Reese is a horse. I guess that does... I guess that does eliminate the need. If you are a horse, then... You know, I guess you don't... She had 2 horses. Everyone in my life has had a horse! Except you.
Yeah, I never had one.
And that's why we got married. Because neither of us have had horses, so we had something in common. Amongst all of our friends who had them.
Order your alarm clock away for some Tiny Eddie's beaver cookies.
Beaver cookies. 1,000 bits from Leaf, who says, "Good morning, everyone. Have some good vibes in this very cursed Tiny Eddie snack." I like how even before you knew what it was, you just committed to like this will be cursed.
Yeah.
More often than not. If you barter your alarm clock away, you won't be able to wake up in time to eat beaver cookies.
That's fine.
Also says, see, that's the marketing slogan right there. Oh damn, it's beaver cookies. I want to see a commercial for that. Ah. Anyway, where were we? 500 bits from Mac.BC says, Peggy season? There are 4 seasons. What are you talking about? 4 seasons. There's only ever been 4 seasons.
Yeah.
Although, I think if you squint, this is kind of like one of those Where's Waldo pictures, where you can actually see...
What are you looking for?
You can see Peggy in there. You can see it. You know what? I'm just real curious. I'm not going to mess with this much, but I'm super curious, so I'm going to find out. I want to see if this is possible. Hold on. It is definitely possible. So what you got to do is you got to turn it so it's more like that. And then now you can see, you see Peggy in there now? Definitely in there. Definitely, yeah. You gotta kind of turn your head a little bit, but now you can see. Also, it's nice to know that I can just like
do that.
I can just change, just shift the hue at will, which I think affects everything, which might be bad. 500 bits from Tiger says, "Have we seen spring yet?" Which is what caused spring to show back up. Of course, this now looks a little more like fall. It's fine. 6 months from Modest Hermit. And 500 bits from Minecrafting Live says, "Poultry seasoning." Chicago? I do like the Chicago seasoning from
Penzies.
Benzies. I'm a big fan of that.
Poultry seasoning is common. Like McCormick makes a...
Yeah, like John Boy and Billy Big Chicken seasoning. You ain't never had no John Boy and Billy seasoning, have you? Oh! Oh no! So we had 500 bits from Light Rock, who says, "Yo, let's try this out. Shark season." There's only 4 seasons, except for earlier when there were briefly like 3 extra seasons. But there is currently 4 seasons. Or just
pollen
the 4.
season. Yeah, it looks like it.
Just the 4. 500 bits from James CP says, "Well, now that Steven's changed the hue, let's see how autumn looks like now." Yeah, it's yeah. So spring became autumn. Autumn became pollen. This is definitely definitely something special. I'm not sure how I feel about it. I feel like I need to sneeze.
Yeah.
Jay Lineback says, "My eyes." Now, is that because it's a terrible hue, or is that because the pollen is causing your eyes to get all messed up? Did we get to shark season?
That shark is concerned.
I think we did get to shark season. It happened. Also, the hue is still changed, so I don't even know what this picture looked like originally.
You can fix it.
I can, but now it's kind of artsy, isn't it? It's artsy.
Change it back.
James says poison shark. This reminds me of the water for
Donkey Kong.
Yeah, the one poison. Is it number 3? I think in the 3rd game or some. Okay, hold on. Let me change it back. Oh, look at that. Satsy sent in 500 bits and says, "Winter season." Aw, this is nice. This is really nice. A little cold, though.
Maybe we'll see snow in November.
We will, won't we?
Maybe.
Won't we, like, definitely see it?
No.
Does Wisconsin not have snow in November? They usually do. Sometimes. You know what we'll probably see? A horse.
On the side of the road, like in a field?
Waving. You had your hand up and I thought you were going to say, and the side of it just waving. I would pay good money to see a horse wave. That'd be great. 300 bits from Miami Florence says, good horse morning, grandparents. Today I get to stay in a hotel, not because of travel, but because there is work being done on my house and I need to sleep so I can work tonight. Oh. Well, I hope that your hotel stay is a nice one. Sometimes being in a hotel can be, I don't know if fun is the right word, but it can be like sometimes getting away from home in any capacity can be somewhat rejuvenating.
Yeah.
You know, if there's work being done on the house, then like maybe it won't seem like that, so your situation might vary a little bit, but you know, being away from like your home unit can feel somewhat rejuvenating, a little bit. It just depends.
It was nice to stay in the Victorian Airbnb.
It was super cool.
Yeah.
It was super cool. Yeah, so I actually got a another vlog out last night, yesterday? When was it? I don't remember when it was. Yesterday at like 3, I think. And you should check it out if you haven't seen it, because that the house tour was already out before, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was a cool place, man. It was a really cool place. It was old.
Yeah.
And like there's problems with a house that is old, but like as long as you're willing to look past that, you know, which we were, then it was fine. It was totally fine. 500 bits from Leaf 473 says, "Can we get back to duck season? I missed that little rubber fella. That little rubber fella was trying to eat my head. So, you know, I'm not super into my head being consumed. It was already consumed once.
Yeah.
And he's back anyway. Okay, that's fine. Chaz has got the link to the first full day of ChefCon. Spiffle says the decor of that house is wild. So I don't know much about the owners of the house, but we were looking through the house and there was a lot of indication that maybe the owners were from the UK, because there was quite a bit of like children's books that we saw that were like, I don't know, English in origin, and also there were multiple books of Where's Wally? Not Waldo, but Wally. And there's some other little things around the house that I was like, you know, maybe that's where these folks are from. But this is neat. But yeah, eclectic. Yeah, eclectic is a really good word for it. So, Satsy says it's possible the books were donated by tourists. Yeah, I mean,
there was a lot of them for it to be that.
It's not impossible, but yeah, there was quite a bit of stuff for that. Any spooks? No, I saw a bunch of comments, you know, on the vlog that were talking about like, oh, what if it was haunted? And I'm like,
I mean, I've stayed in different old places, and this one did not creep me out at all.
Mm-mm.
My aunt used to live in an old schoolhouse from the same era, and
that place is pretty creepy.
That place creeped me out.
That place was kind of creepy. There's certain architectural decisions that occasionally just add to like a very unsettling feeling, and this house didn't really have those, in my opinion. Things that creep me out are usually like really long, narrow hallways. Those are the things that I'm like, I don't like that.
The creepiest thing about the house is the very first morning, we heard this like.
Oh, that you are underselling that a lot.
Oh, then you do it.
I remember I had trouble sleeping, and I had been awake for a while, but then finally I was like, okay, I can finally fall asleep again. and it was right around 7 a.m. I was like, I'm going to try and snooze for another hour or something. And like as soon as I was like, I'm tired enough to do this, I heard, and I was sitting there and I was like, and I could tell that it was pipes. I was like, oh no, someone somewhere above me was getting a shower, and it was bad. It was real bad. And after that, I was like, you know what? I remember I just got out of bed. I was like, there's no point. There's actually no point. I'm not gonna fall back asleep. I'm just gonna get out of bed. So yeah, it was something. It was something.
2 of the rooms had clawfoot tubs, and it was one of those. Someone had gotten up early to try and shower, and we were joking. We were calling it Ghost in the Pipes.
Yeah, and some of the rooms had super old toilets too. I think I showed that on the house tour.
Yeah, with the lifted tank on the wall.
Yeah, and like those sorts of things are super neat, but like, you know, I don't want to use that. I'm way too worried I'm gonna cause a problem, and then the Airbnb people are gonna be mad. And that's not good.
I was also really excited about things because there's a YouTube channel I follow of someone who's redoing a Victorian house.
Yeah.
So I've learned a lot about it, and like this house had a Jefferson window, which is basically a window that's like floor to ceiling and opens like a door. So I was really excited about stuff like that.
Where was that?
In the stream room.
Oh.
It was next to the desk.
And that's classified still as a window. That's not like a.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. That's really.
And it was next to a door, which was really weird. And the door and the window seemed original, and they both led out to the same porch that didn't have any stairs or anything off the front of the house. So it was strange that it had both, but I was very interested in it. I thought it was cool.
500 bits from Sephiroth, who says, so if there's 4 seasons, is there a 4 seasons? There's a particular image in my head that I sincerely hope Chaz will put up, but I can't guarantee that he will. It was in public domain. I was like, we can use this image. Yeah! We have any Frankie Valli fans? Sherry! Ooh, Sherry! Sherry baby. Anyway.
You're very happy.
Public domain image. They did there's a bunch of songs. Did they do Big Girls Don't Cry?
I don't know.
I'm just because it's the same tone in my head. Big girls don't cry. That's what they sound like. Anyway, did you say that's Fergie? What? Fergie is the person from the Black Eyed Peas?
I don't know.
Is that Fergie? I don't know. Listen. It's a Fergie song.
Some people are too young. Yeah.
It's a Fergie song. I don't know Fergie. Fergie did a different song by the same name. Yeah, I am only like vaguely familiar with the word Fergie. So it's gonna be hard pressed for me to understand Big Girls Don't Cry as a song that was not by the Four Seasons from like the early 1960s. It's fine. 36 months from Laney Bears. That's 3 years. We also had 300 bits from the Reload that says, architectural decisions creep you out? Then don't visit the Winchester Mystery House, the world's most bizarre old house layout, and also it's haunted. I would do it.
I saw a video on it, like on a Travel Channel thing once.
I would do it. I would absolutely visit a haunted house. Not like a Halloween haunted house where like someone jumps out with the chainsaw, but the chainsaw's got the protector on it, so it's just revving the engine. I don't want to do that. But I would go into like a normal house where they're like, oh, 10 people died here, and their spirits are here, and they're mad because the morning they died, they didn't get their French toast. So you will hear at night them going, French toast! I would do that. That sounds great. I'm fine with that. Also, I would make them the French toast, and then their spirits would be at rest, and then I would completely obliterate the business model of the haunted place, and then they would sue me. And it wouldn't work in court because that's ghosts. Courts don't work with ghosts. Little law fact for you. 500 bits from Statman who says, it's baseball season. Go Mudcrabs! Go Mudcrabs. The Mudcrabs are doing really well this season, by the way. I don't know if you saw. They've been winning.
They beat crosstown rivals.
300-2. In baseball. 300-2 in baseball. You know how many points how fast you have to get points to get 300 points. 500 bits from Platinum Pikachu says, so of course the one breakfast stream I miss is the one where backgrounds were first tested. Oh well. Anyway, let's get the spring background up again because it was pretty. It is pretty.
Yeah.
It's very pretty. Reminds me of Japan. 300 bits from Satsy who says, because we're talking ghosts, are ghosts 4-dimensional? Ghosts are 2-dimensional.
Coffee.
Because ghosts are only they're rendered in 2 dimensions. Because there is no depth to a ghost. Are you sure? Yes, I'm 100% sure. 100%. And because they're flat. 100% sure. Yep. Ghosts are spread. Yeah, they can go through walls. Yes, but they go through walls flat. I know a lot about ghosts. 300 from Radio Dread says, eek, a ghost! I'm making all sorts of new alerts.
I know.
You're welcome. Yeah, the discussion today has been I mean, in fairness, I think, a fair bit of the discussions are journeys.
They sure are.
But I think it's worth the journey. Where you're just as I'm trying again, clown. It's a good sounding clown. That's international for ghosts. Like if you did that in a different country, they would be like, a ghost.
I don't think so.
No?
No, not every country.
Okay, well which country is different?
I don't know.
If you're so smart about the ghosts, so like Japan, their idea of the supernatural is very different than ours.
Yeah.
And it's like a cultural thing of the whatever they call them. I can't remember the name of them. I just think of Umbrella Man. Umbrella Man. He hops around and he's like, I'm an umbrella, and they're like, oh crap. Yokai, yeah, yokai. And I think that's so cool. I wish we had American yokai. I don't know what ours would be. Oh, actually, no, we do. We do have American yokai. Because our yokai is, like Mothman. Mothman and Bigfoot. Is he scary? The girl that appears... Huh?
Cryptids?
Yeah, cryptids. Cryptids are basically our yokai. Oh, you know what? That's kind of neat. Slenderman. Sure. Yeah, cryptids are American yokai. Oh my god, that is a sentence. That is quite a sentence. Yeah, the chupacabra. I guess that's Mexico, right? I think the chupacabra originated in Mexico. Yeah. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. Or the Loch Ness Monster is another one. These
That's
are all
not American.
It's not? Oh, it's not. No, as soon as I said it, I was like, no, that's not American, is it? Tremors is a movie.
It's a movie.
Anyway, let's go ahead and wrap up for today. Let's go ahead and wrap up for today. So today is
Thursday.
And
The
what? The
Ninth.
Ninth? The 9th. Did
Oh,
we not
thanks,
run
Jess.
beans? We didn't run beans. These are still old beans. I apologize. Normally I'm better about getting to new beans. But yeah, I've been busy and I haven't managed to get there yet. They usually get done once I get to the first of the month's vlog, and I'm still in May. And I've been working on the next video, but it's another hard one. So I'll get that out soon. In the meantime, today there is Pokemon? Pokemon.
Oh.
I think it's Pokemon. Pokemon is coming out today. Yeah, Graveler Cantaloupe. That'll make more sense within the context of the thing. Otherwise, there's actually not anything to announce at all, other than you know, tomorrow we are doing Mario Soccer Time.
Yeah.
New Mario Soccer Time. This is like the third Mario Soccer Time.
Yes.
Yeah. So check that out. Our normal time, 8 p.m. Eastern, and you know, looking forward to trying it. I liked the one that I had played before, so I suspect that I'll like this one as well. It gives me big Looney Tunes B-Ball vibes, which is an old game for Super Nintendo, and I loved it, and I rented it multiple times, and I think that's one of the reasons why I like it. It's because it reminds me of that. And if you've never played Looney Tunes B-Ball, like, download it and try it, because it's real good. It's real good. I really like that. 5 Bits from Light Rock says Dome Season. I don't know what Dome Season would that just be.
Milwaukee domes.
Oh yeah, those domes, or like just shaved heads.
I like mine better.
Yeah, that's just another way. That's another word for dome. Not another word for dome, but another idea for dome. Oh, there was something else I was going to mention. Oh God, what was it? Oh no, what was it? It's on the tip of my tongue. What was it? What was it? What was it? Oh no. Oh, I remember what I was going to say. Also, happy anniversary to my parents. My parents are celebrating, oh my God, 38?
I think that's what your mom put on Facebook.
I think 38 years, which is, you know, an astoundingly long time. So happy anniversary to them. Finish off today's breakfast stream by wishing them a happy anniversary. And I don't believe we're going to get a chance to see them today, but we'll see them in the next few days.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, happy anniversary to them. And that, yeah, that's a long time. That is a long time. That's a long time. We're nearing. We have 2 more months. And we'll be at 11.
11.
And that's not even a third of the way to 38. In fact, we couldn't have even possibly been married for 38 years, as we have not been alive that long.
Yeah.
That makes it very difficult. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. That's it for this morning. Is that... I'm going to ask Chaz, is that art related, or is that something I'm saving for tomorrow? I just see there's one in the queue, so I'm like, is that a today, or is that a tomorrow? It's breakfast, sure. Oh my God. I like how the expressions change when we're at the void. That is lovely.
Kippy.
That is how cute is that? I love that it looks like a Polaroid. Oh, Kepi. Where is Kepi? He never
He's
came
on his
up.
chair.
He didn't come up at all this morning.
No.
I'm gonna have to go love on him. Poor little guy. He missed the seasons. He missed the seasons. Ilion says, "I'm so glad you liked it. It's great.
It is great.
It's great. I always love. I mean, I love to see any of the art, but I love it when folks take the extra opportunity to do something animated. It just adds so much additional life to the image. It's really nice. Okay, tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern, we will see you here for
Mario Soccer.
Mario Soccer time. We'll find out firsthand if it's good.